Winstrol is one of the most well-known anabolic steroids. It is well known for its ability to build lean muscle mass without any water retention. This creates the dry, defined look that many bodybuilders want on stage. It is also one of the most widely used anabolic androgenic steroid among athletes in different sports. In this video, I will cover everything about Winstrol in detail. We'll talk about its history, medical uses, and properties like its half-life. We will also cover its usage in bodybuilding and other sports, including dosages, benefits, and side effects. We will discuss whether Winstrol-only cycles are a good or bad idea, and whether it should be used in cutting or bulking cycles. Also, we'll talk about its usage among women. So, if you are an athlete, bodybuilder, or just curious about Winstrol, this video will cover everything you need to know. And now, let's start with the history and medical usage of Winstrol. Winstrol is the most famous brand name for the compound Stanozolol. It was first manufactured in 1959 in the UK. Then it entered the US market in 1962 under the brand name Winstrol. Stanozolol was created for several medical purposes. It was used to increase appetite and build muscle tissue in patients that had diseases causing weight loss. It was also prescribed for women suffering from osteoporosis and for children with delayed growth. It was even used to speed recovery after surgeries, burns, and fractures. Additionally, Winstrol was used to treat a condition called angioedema. This is a disorder that causes swelling and water retention under the skin. It typically appears on the face, lips, hands, and feet. We will revisit this point later in this video when we discuss its usage in bodybuilding. Winstrol is still manufactured by pharmaceutical companies today. It is also produced illegally in underground labs and found in veterinary markets. And now, let's move to the structure and the characteristics of Winstrol. Winstrol is derived from the hormone dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. It is classified as a C17 alpha-alkylated anabolic androgenic steroid. What does that even mean? Scientists modified its chemical structure to allow it to be taken in pill form. Without this modification, its effect would be diminished when taken in oral form. However, this chemical structure also places stress on the liver. Winstrol is also available in injectable form, but with the same C17 alpha-alkylated structure. This means the administration of Winstrol in injectable form will still have an impact on the liver, but it may have less impact than the oral form. So keep that in mind. Winstrol has a weaker binding affinity for the androgen receptor compared to testosterone and DHT. This means it doesn't bind in a strong way to the androgen receptor as these other hormones do. So, in the big picture, the activation of the androgen receptor leads to an increase in the muscle protein synthesis. This results in muscular growth. Okay, you can imagine this process like a key and a lock. The key is the hormone and the lock is the androgen receptor. In order to activate the androgen receptor and stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the hormone must bind to the androgen receptor to start this process. This might make you think Winstrol is a weak steroid because of its weaker binding affinity to the androgen receptor. However, just because it doesn't bind strongly with the androgen receptor, that doesn't mean it is a weak hormone at all. There are other important factors that also determine the strength of the anabolic steroid. For example, certain proteins in the body called sex-hormone binding globulin, or SHBG. These proteins bind to hormones in the body, like estrogen and testosterone, to distribute them across the whole body. When hormones are bound to these proteins, they remain inactive. Only when hormones are in a free state, they can perform their functions, like activating the androgen receptor. Winstrol has a low binding affinity for SHBG. This means it remains free and active in the body the most of the time. Not only that, Winstrol is one of the most anabolic androgenic steroids that lowers SHBG levels in a significant way. This makes other hormones in the cycle work more effectively, as more of them remain in a free and active state, which makes it a very interesting anabolic steroid. There was a study on 25 individuals who took around 18 milligrams of stanozolol daily, showed some interesting results. After just only 3 days, SHBG levels decreased by 48.4%. 48.4%, which is very powerful. Stanozolol also acts as antagonist for the progesterone receptor. Progesterone is another female hormone that can cause unwanted side effects. These side effects are especially common when using steroids like nandrolone or trembolone. The half-life of Winstrol is about 9 hours. This means it must be taken frequently to maintain consistent hormone levels in the blood. Some people use oral anabolic androgenic steroids like Winstrol as a pre-workout booster. However, opinions are different on this practice. We may cover this topic in depth in another video. The anabolic androgenic ratio of Winstrol is 30 to 320. What does this even mean? The androgenic properties are the traits or effects that relate to male characteristics. Imagine things like deepening of the voice, increased body and facial hair, oily skin and acne, or aggression. When we talk about anabolic properties, you can imagine things like increasing muscle mass by promoting muscle protein synthesis, making bones stronger by improving bone density, or helping the body recover faster from intense workouts or injuries. Unfortunately, all anabolic androgenic steroids exhibit both androgenic and anabolic properties, and the ratio differs depending on each anabolic androgenic steroid. Each ratio is compared to the anabolic androgenic ratio of testosterone. For testosterone, the ratio is 100 to 100. This is why scientists derived anabolic androgenic steroids from testosterone, to enhance the anabolic properties and reduce at the same time the androgenic properties to minimize the side effects. So, on paper, only on paper, Winstrol is highly anabolic with very minimal androgenic side effects. However, in the real world, you will see a big difference. This is why I consider anabolic androgenic ratio to be just a guideline. For example, it is unlikely that Winstrol can build muscle more than testosterone by 3 times. In reality, testosterone is much better muscle building compound. As we have seen, many other factors determine a hormone's afference and its effect in the body, not just the anabolic androgenic ratio. And now, let's talk about why do athletes in different sports use Winstrol. In general, Winstrol is the second most popular anabolic androgenic steroid in the world, after the anabol. It is widely used by athletes, not just bodybuilders. It is commonly used in sports like track and field, combat sports, basketball, and others. This is because Winstrol builds lean muscle mass without adding significant weight to the body, and it does so without causing any water retention, as it doesn't convert into estrogen. This is especially important for athletes whose sports depend on speed, and for those who need to stay in a certain weight class in their sport. Before we dive into the usage of Winstrol in bodybuilding, if you found value in this video, please give it a like. Now, let's talk about Winstrol in bodybuilding. Winstrol is a favorite anabolic steroid among bodybuilders, especially during the final stages of contest prep or prepping for photo shooting. As mentioned earlier, it provides lean muscle mass and enhances definition. You will notice this effect, especially if your body fat levels are low. I would say maybe below 8%. Winstrol gives a polished and dry look by reducing water retention. But of course, you have to be stage ready. This is also why it was being used to treat angioedema, as we discussed earlier. In other words, Winstrol provides a final touch before stepping on stage or photo shootings, giving that hard, dry look. However, let me clarify, this doesn't mean Winstrol burns fat. The primary role of anabolic androgenic steroids is to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, not to burn fat. Fat loss comes mainly from your diet. If you are not in a calorie deficit, you can take all the Winstrol in the world and you will not lose even 1 gram of fat. Of course, Winstrol does help build muscle and strength, but in my opinion, it is completely not ideal for bulking phases. And this is because of several reasons that we will discuss in the next points. Okay, let's move now to the side effects of Winstrol. Although Winstrol is classified as an anabolic steroid with minimal androgenic side effects on paper, they can still occur, especially at high doses. These side effects include increased oily skin and acne, increased body hair growth, or hair loss. And for women, even though it appears to be safe on paper to use, in reality, the risk of virilization symptoms cannot be completely excluded, even at therapeutic doses. So please keep that in mind. Winstrol is 5-alpha reduced, which means taking something like finasteride with it will not help protect against hair loss for men. So, if you have a genetic predisposition, there is a potential to lose some of your hair. It can also cause oily skin and acne, but not strongly as some other anabolic androgenic steroids. For estrogen-related side effects, Winstrol does not have any risk. This is because it doesn't convert into estrogen. In fact, it is more likely to lower estrogen levels, similar to other DHT derivatives. So, there is no concern about gyno or water retention. And in general, users typically report feeling good while using it at moderate dosages, unlike some harsher hormones like trenbolone or nandrolone. Regards liver toxicity, Winstrol, as mentioned earlier, is a C17 alkylated compound. This chemical structure protects the hormone when taken in oral form, but it makes it toxic to the liver. So, Winstrol usage will 100% stress the liver, and it is very normal to see elevated liver enzymes when using Winstrol, and prolonged usage can cause serious liver problems. Therefore, it is generally recommended to use Winstrol for short periods, such as 6 to 8 weeks maximum. Additionally, oral steroids in general are well known for killing appetite, which, to be honest, it might actually be a good thing during the final phase of contest prep when hunger signals are very high. And now, let's talk about its cardiovascular side effects. All anabolic androgenic steroids, especially orals like Winstrol, have a great impact on cholesterol levels. Especially Winstrol is one of the most harmful to HDL, which is the good cholesterol, and it can increase also LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. For instance, studies have shown that taking just 6 milligrams of Winstrol daily for 6 weeks reduced HDL by 33% and increased LDL by 29%. So, if you have a bad cholesterol levels due to genetic factors, that is something you have to consider. Also, all anabolic androgenic steroids, including Winstrol, can increase blood pressure. So, you need to keep an eye on it. And now, let's talk about testosterone suppression. All anabolic androgenic steroids, including Winstrol, when taken at doses for muscle building and strength gains, will suppress natural testosterone production. This happens because they disrupt the hypothalamus pituitary testicular axis, or HPTA. I often see beginners wanting to start with oral-only cycles because they find it more convenient, which I am completely against. In my opinion, a Winstrol-only cycles make absolutely no sense. This is because Winstrol will suppress your natural testosterone production, and testosterone is the primary hormone that your body relies on for proper function. Its suppression will affect also other hormones like estrogen and DHT production. Therefore, testosterone should always be the base for any cycle. If someone tries to avoid injection administration and relies only on oral steroids, it is better to avoid taking the route of using anabolic androgenic steroids completely from the beginning. In general, after using Winstrol, in most cases, natural testosterone production should return after finishing the cycle and taking post-cycle therapy, or PCT. But it may also return without PCT. It could just take much longer. In my opinion, I wouldn't roll the dice and hope that natural testosterone production comes back on its own. I would play it safe and take PCT. Or, if you plan to use anabolic androgenic steroids long-term, guess what? Going back to TRT is the better option in my opinion. Please keep in mind that is only my personal opinion. In some cases, natural production may not recover completely even after PCT. In these situations, the individual must rely on testosterone replacement therapy or TRT for his whole life. So, you must keep in mind that when you start using anabolic androgenic steroids, there is always a risk involved. Your natural testosterone production may never fully recover, or it may not recover at all. And of course, after cycling on and off for years, it is very likely that you will depend on TRT down the road anyway. Let's talk about the dosages of Winstrol for medical conditions and how it is commonly used among athletes. For men, the original prescribing guidelines for oral use in medical applications were 2 milligrams 3 times per day, which is 6 milligrams total daily. For the injectable form, the clinical dosage was 50 milligrams every 2 to 3 weeks. However, it is very commonly used in much higher dosages among athletes. Most bodybuilders tend to take around 50 milligrams per day in oral form, with the highest I have ever seen being 100 milligrams per day. Please note, that is just the average. Of course, there are people who take more or less. Keep in mind this golden rule. The higher the dose, the greater the side effects. However, increasing the dose not always guarantees better results. After a certain point, increasing the dose only leads to diminishing returns, more side effects without added benefits. The maximum dose that someone can use varies between individuals. Some people experience side effects at very low dosages, while others tolerate much higher doses without any issues, at least on the short term. Genetics play a significant role here. The prescribed dosages for medical conditions regarding women were also 4 to 6 milligrams per day, similar to men, which is an interesting point. However, I still see it as a bit risky compound for women to use. And now, let's discuss the correlation between Winstrol and injuries. Many users report joint pain and connective tissue problems as common side effect of Winstrol. As we discussed, Winstrol is well known for its drying effect, as it reduces water retention. However, this same effect makes connective tissues less flexible, increasing the chance of injury. Additionally, the reduction in water retention can impair joint lubrication. This leads to joint pain or stiffness, which is a complaint often shared by users. From my personal experience, I have never noticed these effects myself, even though I have several old injuries from the past. Also, I don't see everyone experiencing this side effect, but it is something to be considered. Therefore, I find Winstrol has really no place in bulking phases. It is for sure will stress the liver, and orals in general will affect appetite, which is not ideal when you need to consume higher calories. It also has a great impact on HDL, and using it for a long periods put a higher risk for cardiovascular disease. Additionally, it has a potential for injuries for some people, as we mentioned. So in my opinion, Winstrol should be used only in cutting cycles, preferably for a limited time. I want to make it clear that I am really trying not to be biased as I am making this video. My goal is to provide you with the all available information so you can make informed decisions. Maybe in the future I will create a separate video to share my personal opinion on these drugs. But for now I am just focusing on scientific facts combined with anecdotal reports. Let's move to the last point, which is availability and supply. Stanozolol is still produced by some pharmaceutical companies and of course by underground labs and veterinary markets. It is usually available in 10 mg or 50 mg tablets. It is also available in 50 mg injectable form, which is water-based. However, it is known to be very painful for injection and carries a high risk of infection. You will find Stanozolol under different brand names in the market, such as Strombofort, Winstrol, or Stanabolic. These are just brand names, but the compound itself remains the same, Stanozolol. In the next video, we'll discuss Anavar. So, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you will get notified as soon as I upload the next video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.